Hi everybody, it's Jackie, aka the Evil Queen 98 or Loomingbyjackie here, and today I'm here to do a tutorial for the Mellori bracelet. This was designed by me. This is a hook-only design. I think it is on the rather simple side. That's just my personal opinion. But if you are having a hard time with it, I'm going to repeat the steps pretty slowly, and then once you get the hang of it, it is pretty straightforward. And that's just my opinion. This is named in honor of my dog, Mellori. And I'll throw a picture of her on the screen for you guys. This is also named after her character in Wizard 101. That's how my dog got her name. So that is that. Like I said, this is a pretty straightforward hook-only design once you get the hang of the steps. I'm going to leave the band breakdown for you guys in the description box in case you need that. I'm going to be using 3 colors in this bracelet just like I did in this rendition. So gather your supplies and we will get started. Alright everybody, so I have gathered my supplies. We are now ready to get started with the tutorial. So the first color you're going to want to choose is going to be the blue in this rendition. Today I'm going to be using rose gold silicone. So you're going to take your double-ended hook is what I would recommend for this tutorial. You probably could use regular rainbow loom hook, but I prefer the double-ended. It's just going to make things a lot easier. And you're going to cap a band on your hook, just like this. And you're going to make an 8-loop setup, so you're going to take another same color of that band. You're going to pull it through the first 2 loops. You're going to skip out this first band right here and grab the outside one and close, so it should look something like this. You're going to take another rose gold band. You're going to pull it through the first 2 loops again. You're going to pick up the outside one. So the one that is furthest from the hook is what you're picking up. And you're going to take one more color of that, or that same color, do the same thing, pull it through the first shoe, and you're going to pick up the outside one. So it should look something like this. You're going to turn your hook around or flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to chew, before we do anything, you're going to take this band off of your hook. You're going to grab the other end of that cap band and put it on. So it should look like that. Make sure you're holding your finger there so it doesn't slip out of place. Take another rose gold band, pull it through the first shoe on the hook, and attach the outside one and close. And do one more of that same color on that side. Pull it through the first 2. Pick up the outside one and reattach, and it should look something like this. The border color, I should say, the blue bands in this bracelet all sit on our hook. We're going to take whatever you want for this purple bands here in the center. In this one I use the octopus dualator, and I would use good quality structured bands for this part just because we are going to be rearranging them in kind of a weird order. So today I'm going to be using neon orange. You're going to take that band, you're going to pull it through the first 7 loops on your hook. So there should just be one left. And you're going to grab the middle 2, so you're going to skip over the first 2 bands. You're going to grab the middle 2. So it should look like this. And you're going to skip the next 2 and pick up the outside one and close. And you're going to rearrange this rose gold to the outside. And now it should look something like this. Okay, so now that we have attached the orange band through the middle 6, we're going to take the middle 2 rose gold and we're going to cross the right over the left. So it should look, I might do this off camera because it's just a little hard to do. I'm going to move it off to the side. There we go. So it should look like this. Now you can do it the other way. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you stay that consistent with that pattern. So you make sure you're switching every other time. So it should look like this. And now we're going to take what is the neon orange in this bracelet. And today I'm going to use the blue that I used ironically in that bracelet. We're going to pull it through the first 3. And we're going to reattach the 3rd and the 1st, and we're going to close. So there should be 2 rose gold bands that we are reattaching. And just make sure you hold this blue one in place because it could move around. Now we have done that, we're going to take the fourth band that is now on our hook, so the other end of the blue, and we're going to take it and we're going to flip it over the end of the hook. So kind of move your bands down if you can, and just take this one and flip it over. So it should look like this. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So flip the hook around, make sure they stay in the order they're supposed to be. We'll do the same thing. Take another blue band, flip through the first three, we reattach bands 3 and 1. Like I said, they should be just the border color, and close. So it should look like this. You're going to take the fourth band on the hook and you're going to flip it over the end. And it should look like this. Now, and make sure the bands stay in order. There we go. So it should look like this at this point. Okay, so I actually stand corrected. You are going to want to put those border bands back at the second spot. So the blue bands that you just attached should be on the outside. Sorry about that, guys. But now we are going to go back to our border color and we are going to go back to our 8 loop setup that we first had. So let me zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see. Like I said, hopefully you guys can see okay. The lighting isn't great in my house, so you're going to take your rose gold band or your border band. You're going to pull it through the first 3. You're going to grab the outside one, so that blue band we just attached. If it comes undone, that's okay. Just make sure you grab the right color. So it should be the blue band. And reattach. And now you're going to grab one more of that color for this side, the rose gold. And you pull it through the first 2. And reattach the outside one. And close. And it should look like that on the side. Now we're going to flip it around. Okay, so I did go ahead and go off camera for 1 second. I just had to do something. But I have flipped my hook around and I am ready to do the other side. So we are going to reattach our border bands. So we are going to take our rose gold band and I'm going to move these a little closer to the end of the loom. Pull it through the first 3 bands. Like I said, if you can try to get them to stay in order, that'd be great. You're going to take out the outside one. Get my camera focus. And close. So it should look like that. And we're going to take one more of that same color, pull it through the first 2, pick it the outside one, and reattach. So now we are back to our 8 loop setup. So it should look like this. And now that we have our 8 loop setup back on our hook, we are ready to start the process all over again. So that is the repeat pattern. I'm going to show you guys a few more times how to do this, and then I'm going to go off camera and finish the bracelet up. So we're going to take our middle color, that orange I had, we're going to pull it through the first 7 loops. So it should look like this. We're going to skip the first 2. And we're going to pick up bands 3 and 4. We're going to skip the next 2. And reattach the last one and reattach the orange if I can get it on my hook, and then rearrange this rose gold to the outside. Next we're going to take the middle 2 and we're going to cross them. So like I said, just make sure whatever way you first crossed it, keep that consistent throughout the entire bracelet. So now that you have them crossed, you're going to take your blue band, your side color, pull it through the first 3, again, you're going to pick up bands 3 and 1 and close. Before we do anything, we're going to take the 4th band on our hook, the other end of the blue band we just pulled through, and flip it over the end of our hook. So it should look like this. Now I forgot to mention that you can go ahead and reattach or add on 2 more border bands at this step, but I'd rather do the other side just so it's a little bit more stable. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my hook around and do the same thing. Take a blue band, pull it through the first 3, grab bands 3 and 1, reattach the blue, take that other end of the blue one, you're going to flip it over the end of your hook, so it should look like this at this point. And like I said, just make sure those rose golds or whatever your border band is staying in the middle. Now you can reattach our borders, so we're going to take a rose gold band, pull it through the first 3, and we're going to pick up that other end of the blue one, so the first band, and reattach. Take another border band, pull it through the first 2, pick up the outside one, and reattach. So it should look like that. You're going to flip your hook around. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll grab a couple more rose golds. Hopefully, again, I'm not used to having a makeshift tripod, so ignore the cup in the way. Pull it through the first 3, if I can. Two, 3. And my bands got out of order, but just make sure you grab whatever that outside color was. So grab that blue one, which likes to get caught sometimes. Hang on, guys. There we go. And reattach that band, which I let go of. And then grab another rose gold, pull it through the first 2, and reattach the outside one. And there we are. That's what it should look like at this point. And like I said, this is the repeat pattern throughout the bracelets. I'm going to show you guys one more time with instructions, and then I'm going to do one more time on camera without instructions, just me talking, and then we will go off camera and finish the bracelet up. So like I said, grab one of your orange bands for the middle, and pull it through the first 7 bands. And you're going to grab the middle 2, so the 3rd and the 4th band. Just like this. You're going to skip, actually I think I grabbed the wrong one. There we go, that's better. You're going to skip the next 2 and grab the last one on the band and reattach. Also, sorry I'm a little shaky. Again, I'm at an awkward angle, so kind of ignore that. And rearrange that rose gold to the outside. So that is what it should look like. I'm going to take the middle 2 and cross one over the other, just like this. Also, if you hear any weird noises, it's my AC. It's like 95 degrees here in Boston today. So I'm going to grab your outside band and pull it through the first 3. Pick up the 3rd and the 1st and reattach. You're going to take that 4th band and pull over the side of the hook. It should look like this. We're going to scoot it all the way down and do the same thing on the other side. Grab another blue band. I have one right here. Pull it through the first 3 again. Grab the 3rd and the 1st and reattach. And take that 4th band and pull it over the side of the hook. So it should look like that. And now we can reattach our border bands. I just have to grab a couple more rose gold. So sorry for the noise. I'm going to take a rose gold band, pull it through the first 3, and make sure if your bands come out of order, just make sure you grab whatever that band was that you just attached to the blue in my case, and reattach the rose gold. I feel like that's probably the most tricky part of the whole bracelet, is just getting the border bands back on. That's just me though. And then you're gonna pull this next rose gold band through the first 2 and pick up the outside one and reattach. So it should look like this. I'm gonna fix the other side. And now you can turn the hook around. Like I said, if your bands come out of order, just fix them before you reattach the border bands. So it should be like this. It's going to move a little further down. I'm going to take a rose gold band, pull it for the first 3 bands, and there goes my order of the bands again, but I'll fix that. 1, 2, and 3. You can also kind of fix them with your fingers while they're on the band, and grab that blue and reattach, and take one more rose gold band, pull through the first 2, pick up the outside one, and reattach. And it should look like this at this point. Okay, so at that point you should have the hand hopefully at the instructions for how to make the rest of the bracelet. If you don't, feel free to rewind and rewatch the steps. I'm going to do it one more time with you guys on camera, and then I'm going to go off camera and finish it up. So, just going to do this silently, or maybe with minimal talking. You guys can, again, watch along. Also, I hope my camera is in focus. Like I said, I think the humidity is making it blurry. So, hopefully you guys got the hang of it. But hopefully you guys have been well. I wanted to get this tutorial up sooner, but I had a lot of stuff going on with just the end of the semester at school and other things. I was on vacation for a couple of weeks. So just a lot of stuff going on, but I'm finally getting this out to you guys. The day of recording this, it is the middle of June, so right as summer is about to start. But hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully this bracelet isn't too complicated for you guys. This is, I think, actually, it's my second hook only design, but first of mine that I've done on this channel, because I had Loves to Loom, shout out to her, who I'll link down below, do a tutorial for my Anakin bracelet, so I'll link that below if you guys are interested. Big shout out to her for doing it. I'm going to switch this around. Like I said, I hope the audio is okay because of my AC. It's just so hot here with summer, basically just a couple of days away, so. Even I have a hard time getting this blue band to come back on the hook, so. Like I said, I think that is the hardest step of the entire bracelet. I'm going to grab one more band to pull through on this side, so again, sorry for the noise. And there we are. Okay guys, so I am going to go ahead and go off camera to finish this bracelet up. If you again need to rewind and watch the steps again, please feel free to do so. I'm going to go off camera and at least do a little bit of a small sample to at least show you guys how to finish it up, and I'll be right back to show you how to close it all up. See you in a second. Alright guys, so I am back, and I, like I said, just did a small sample for you guys just so you could get an idea of what it's going to look like and how to finish it off. So when you are all set with your bracelet, once you have made it long enough to fit your wrist, you're going to just take one last border band. You're going to pull it through all 8 loops on your hook. Camera, focus, focus, focus. And then just reattach the band on your hook like that. And then you can take your C-clip as to clip anywhere, any type of closure. Yeah. Like I said, I'm kind of at an awkward angle, so it's not the easiest for me to attach it. You're going to attach it right onto that band, and then you can slip your hook out to look just like this. So that's how you guys make the Mellori bracelet. Like I said, designed by me, and this is arguably one of my favorite designs. I love the name, obviously after my dog, and I didn't think I liked the color combo that I used in the tutorial, but now that I look at it, I like it more and more. So I'm glad it turned out well. But if you guys enjoyed the tutorial, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already for future rainbow loom and other DIY project tutorials. If you guys make a rendition of this bracelet, I would love to see it. You can find me on Instagram as @Loomingbyjackie, and you be sure to tag me in your renditions. And you guys can use the hashtag Mellori bracelet, which I will leave on here on the screen for you guys. And with all being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you soon for another tutorial. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye bye.